So yeah, good day, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to day 4-day intensive digital skill training, especially for Nigerian corpers and students. So for every other person who's not a corper or a student that is here, you're also welcome. So I welcome all of you to this class, and this is another section. So without wasting much time, I'll be introducing our speaker for today. So today's class is going to be two sections. We're going to have the first section, which will be the content creation part, which will run from now till about 8:45. So, and then the next section will be taken by me, where we're going to learn practical section, both theoretical and practical section of graphic design. So we'll get started right now. So I'll be introducing our facilitator. So I'd just like to read a bit of a profile before we start. I'm almost there. All right. Now she's called Okafor Mary Cynthia. Is an award-winning social media consultant. With this skill, she has been able to successfully strive through the e-commerce business, as she is the CEO of Fastors Nigeria and also a crypto coach. Her works in the crypto space is phenomenal, as she leverages on her content creation and marketing to know how she constantly dish out value to her audience. Okafor Mary Cynthia is your go-to in learning and mastering social media content and marketing. So she'll be taking us on a topic today. And that topic is, let me share my screen so you guys will see it. I guess you can see. Can you see my screen now? Can you guys see my screen? Those who are unmuted, can you say something? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
All right, it's fine. Now you can see my screen. Let's go ahead. Yeah, this is Okafor Mary Cynthia. I don't know if she's going to be putting on a video. So the topic that she'll be teaching us today is driving sales through the power of content marketing. So permit me to introduce Okafor Mary Cynthia into the house. So Ma, you can go ahead right now to start talking to us. If you are putting on your video, you can let us know. Yeah, Mary Cynthia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, all.
Yeah, good evening.
Just like Calvin already said, my name is Okafor Mary Cynthia, and for some reasons, I won't be turning on my video. Yeah, you guys should manage just my voice and listen, most importantly, to the message that I'm going to be passing, right? Yeah, so that is it for now. Okay, so like Kelvin said, I'm going to be discussing with you guys today on a very important topic, which is content creation, that is driving sales through the power of content marketing. I believe that, I don't know, if you have been into the digital space before now, you would agree with me that content creation, content marketing is the lifeblood of any digital business. I don't know if you can hear me very well, Calvin.
Yes, I can hear you, although it's a bit breaking, but you can go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, if you have been into the online space before now, or if you have a business at all, you would agree with me that content creation, content marketing is the lifeblood of any digital business. In other words, what this means is that if you are online, if you have a business, and you actually want to, generate money into that business without spending money on paid advertising, it means that you must at least weekly on a daily basis. Create content about what your business is all about. Educate people on what your business is all about. Do things that will attract your target audience to, come to, your social media platforms to at least see what you are doing, learn from you, learn how whatever you are doing can improve their business, how it can improve their life. Because sometimes people don't even know what they want. It is your content, it is what you tell them that makes them to know that, wow, I need this thing for my business. Wow, I need this thing in my life in order to better my health life. So it is what you tell them. Now there are different ways you can do this. Sometimes when we are talking about content creation, people will be like, I don't know what to create content. I don't even know what content creation or content marketing is all about. But then I don't actually like to teach theories, but then I'm just going to, explain what content creation is all about. So content creation is all about, creating written or video content, video words, sentences, anything at all, as long as it's something people can see, as long as it's something people can watch, as long as it's something people can read. For instance, if you wake up in the morning and say hello, good afternoon everybody, it's content. As long as you put it up online, it's content. So it now depends on you. Which type of content do you want to create? Do you want to create content that people will just see and laugh, or do you want to create content that will in turn put something into your pocket? So it's you that will determine the one you want to do. Now, you might want to know in the banner for the training with I think what is there is driving sales with the power of content marketing. So you might be wondering, what is content marketing? Content marketing is a marketing strategy that is used to attract, engage, and retain an audience by creating and sharing relevant articles, videos, podcasts, and other media. And this approach has, over the years, been known to establish expertise, promote brand awareness, and keep your business top of mind when it's time for people to buy what you sell. Now, what this means is that what differentiates a brand that creates content from a brand that doesn't create content is that whenever Mr. A wants to buy something, the first thing that comes to his or her mind is this person that is always talking about that particular service. Have you ever wondered why people let me not just mention names, all these people who carry out most of these major investment companies always have this attitude of creating massive content. In fact, even before they start, they take their time to map out the type of content that will attract people. They will take their time to know if, for instance, if you follow the Ovioza case, you will see where she made mention of how she was able to figure out that people would enjoy her posting about doing giveaways, posting about all these sexually appealing posts and all of that. And she started doing it. Before you know what is happening, she started attracting audience that not just they did not just start investing little money, they went ahead to start spreading her gospel across. That is you being able to know the type of content that you should create for your business. If you know who your audience are and you know the things that will attract them to you, then the next thing you need to do is sit down to plan on how you can create this content that you have planned, that you have imagined, or that you have assumed that will attract these people to you. I don't know if you guys can hear me well.
Yes, we
Hi.
can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Kelvin, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. It's all right. Please, I hope you guys are following. This one Telegram doesn't have any chat box. I believe others are following. Kelvin, I can't hear you. Did you mute yourself?
You have to unmute yourself.
Telegram has the chat, like the chat is on the group. They can chat if you want them to respond to chat. Yeah,
Okay. Okay,
they are
please, if you
following.
can please, if you are following the class and you are getting value, just let me know via the comment section. If you also have question, you can drop it so I can respond to them after the class, okay, so let's move ahead now that I have made mention of the importance of content creation in your business and how you can actually use this method to attract your target audience. You might be wondering, where do I get the content to create? As simply, I want to create content. So it's not like I don't like seeing people create content. In fact, it's not like I don't want to create content for my brand, but I don't know where to get started from. Now, you don't need to be very much intelligent for you to start creating content. All you just need to do in order for you to start getting content ideas is sitting down to make one or two research. And I'm not trying to, tell you to go and start reading bulky books and all of that. It can just be you going to, news sites relating to what your business is all about. You can type on Google. If let's take for instance that you are into digital marketing, you can type digital marketing blogs, real estate blogs, etc. You can look around your industry to see the trends that people are following. Which trends are people talking about at the moment? Create content around it. You don't have to jump on every trend, and there's also a better way to. It's not every social trend you jump in. Most times it can be business trend. Now let me give an example. You saw when I think, is it Chicken Republic that sacked some of their two of their staffs for dancing, right? Now after they did that, what happened? I think, is it KFC or something? I've forgotten the name of that brand. They did a video of some of their their staff dancing, right? Now they jumped on the trend because they saw that people were already against Chicken Republic for sacking their staff. They had to jump on that trend in order for them to favor the public who are already against their competitor. Right, so these are how these things work. Now, for instance, I think there was a post I made in my Facebook, South Africa, in 2020, and that was I've forgotten what the trend then was, but I made mention of how UBA, I think it was UBA, how they used this to communicate to send a mail, a newsletter to their subscribers, and boldly written there was that particular trend. And this is a corporate brand, a financial institution. So you now, as a small person, as a small brand that is still growing, you can also find a way to integrate trends into the type of content that you create for your business. And also another way you can get content ideas for your business is using social media. There's something I call the spice strategy. If you are into any business, I believe that there are already some persons who are into that business. So you are not the first person in the business. You are not the first, and you won't even be the last. People will keep coming into that business. So what you need to do is look for 4 or 5 persons who are into that business. Hello, excuse me. Look for 4 or 5 persons who are already into that business. Look for 4 or 5 persons who are already into that business and follow them that are already good in it. That are already very, very good in it, so that you don't just copy from random persons. No, what you do is you follow the experts in that industry, model whatever. In fact, you can even read somebody's post, and when you are reading that post, you get inspiration to write something not totally similar, but you got that inspiration from reading from people who are in that. I call it the spice strategy. Sometimes you don't even need to come up totally with your content. It's called modeling other people's innovation, which is I think in entrepreneurship is called imitation of innovation. You imitate another person's innovation. It is not copying, right? And a whole lot of other ways you can create. You can get content ideas. You can go on Google, type in any keywords relating to your business, and you see what people are asking about that particular niche. You can also go to sites like Neverland and see what people go to the industry. I think Neverland has categories. When you go to Nairaland, they have categories. You can go to Naira, check if they have the niche you are into, check if the category is there. You will see questions people are asking. Now, these questions that people are asking is the things you should create content on. Answer those questions in your content. By so doing, people see you as an authority in your field. By so doing, people see you as an authority in your field, and when they have issues, they come to you. When they have business deals, they come to you. I don't know if you guys are following. You can let me know in the group. Somebody said, I can't hear you anymore.
We are with you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that is it. And now the last thing I'm going to treat now is how you can monetize, right? Because we talked about sales. Now there's one single mistake I see most content creators do. Every time they are always telling themselves, educating their audience. Morning and night they are creating content. It's not about the number of content you create, it's how you are able to sell. Like, take for instance, if you wake up every morning and you create content teaching people how to do this, how to do that, and you've never for one day asked them to pay so and so amount of money for you to teach them this, some of them will keep asking you to teach them free of charge. So in as much as you are trying to give them value upfront, it is still your duty to ask them for that money. Yes, put up an offer. An offer that when they see, they would want to give you their money. Educate them on the importance of your offer. I want to help you. Okay, you have been talking about let me say you have been talking about content creation, or you have been talking about graphic design, how color combinations can do this and that, but you have never for one day told them that you can do a design for them and also do a mock-up for them, and maybe help them redefine their logo for so and so fee. Okay, now let me take for instance, because you are trying to create an offer, you don't just want to include all the services you want to render for them for a specific price range at once, right? Maybe you add 2 or 3, then you tell them that if they should take up this offer within this day to this day, that you are going to give them the other one. It's still part of the services, but you are going to give them the other one free of charge. You already know that all these things, they are the services, but you purposely removed one for you to just use it to attract people. I don't know if you guys are following. Okay, so that is one. Then also I was talking about one mistake that people are doing, which is not putting call to action. You are not telling people what to do at the end of your post. If you are teaching people how to, okay, let's take for instance that you are creating content talking about the importance of content creation for business owners. Don't just end it after the whole explanation. No, put a call to action that says, if you're a business owner and you need someone who is an expert in creating content that your customers will love, send me a DM. Let's, just find something that will make them chat you up. They need your services. They have been seeing the good content you are creating. They know that you're a good fit for the job. It is you that have not asked. So don't complain that you have been creating content and money is not coming. You are not asking for it. Ask for it. Ask. I think I'm hearing myself. Okay.
And used to just mute and unmute.
Okay. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Okay, so like I said, you need to ask your audience for your money. They have your money. You have been giving them something upfront, so you also need something from them. If you are coming online daily to create content for these people, and these people come online daily to feed from your content, you are subscribing to be online. and meaning that you are using money to be online, so you also need money from the audience. And also, it's not just all about creating content. Are you directing your content to the right audience? You can be creating content, but you are moving it to the wrong audience. Now, who are the right audience? Who are the wrong audience? Imagine that maybe you are maybe within the age of 20 to 23 years, and you just want to start your career now. I believe probably if you are done with school or something, the type of audience that will be on your timeline should be, secondary school, your secondary school classmates, your your primary school classmates, your university, classmates, and all of that, and probably your random friends and all. Now, some of these people know you on friendship basis. Some of them may not even want to buy into whatever you are selling. For me, the first thing you need to do is filter your profile. Filter it to the people that should be there. Now, when you are done filtering your profile, the next thing you need to do is to post pictures that are appealing. I'm not saying you should go and take fine, expensive pictures in the studio. No, you don't need to. Seriously, unless when the need be. Me myself, I was in the online space for over, I think, I started 2018. I'll be 2017 ending. And the first studio picture I took was in 2020. And that was when I felt there is a need for it, because some of the training flyers I use normal pictures, and it's not as if I'm the only person that is on serious there. So if you don't have much money, you don't need to spend so much going to studios. Just get something look for somebody that has a good phone camera. Take picture with it. Dress well. Look sharp. If you're a girl, look like a fine girl. If you're a boy, pimp yourself. Even rub powder where it lives. Nobody will ask you why you are rubbing it. They will not ask you if you are Bobrisky. Okay, so when you are done with this, there is something called Facebook bio. If you go to my own Facebook account, you will see, let me check. I think I updated it recently. I wrote social media business consultant, crypto enthusiast, Okafumi Cynthia on YouTube, open for business. Now, coming to my social media account, it's already even without scrolling down from my profile picture, you will see from my profile picture here, you will see I help business owners leverage social media. On my bio, you see social media business consultant. You're already knowing that, okay, this girl is a social media business consultant. She's into cryptocurrency. She's also a YouTuber, and she's open for business. Going through my profile, you will see other things that I've done there, right? So your profile, your bio, everything should tell people who come to your profile for the first time what this girl is into or what this person is into. And after you are done with that, the next thing you need to do is to go to Facebook, go to your browser, search for Facebook groups related to your niche. Let's say real estate Facebook groups. You will see a lot of them there. Join them. Agriculture Facebook, you will see anything even one of my friend that is into fishery, after advising her, she went to Facebook and she went to Google to search for Facebook groups relating to all these fishery stuffs, and she saw a lot of them that had thousands of members. So you might be doing yourself disfavor by saying that there is no Facebook group related to your needs. That's not true. Because, like I said before, you are not new. You are not the only person in your business. There are a lot of other persons that are into that business. So after you must have found 4 or 5 Facebook groups related to your niche. The next thing you need to do is, first of all, take a look at that group. Monitor that group 1 day, 2 days to see the type of contents that they post there, to see if it's actually people who are into the same industry with you that are there. And after you must have observed this, the next thing you now do is start creating educative contents that when they read, they are forced to come to your DM and ask you 1 or 2 things. Now, you don't need to start selling to them. No. Don't sell to them yet. Nurture them. the first thing you did by posting to the group, by posting educative content in the group, is to attract them. And after you must have attracted them, the next thing you do is to start nurturing them. Now, after you are done nurturing them, right, you now start selling to them. That is the easiest way to, attract, nurture, and sell to them. Create content. Keep one month of consistent content creation can put you on a 1 year, money printing machine if you know your game very well. So I think I'm going to be, rounding up here. I think I've touched a whole lot of places. So if you guys have questions, you can, drop it in the group chat, and I'll answer you sincerely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mary Cynthia. You've said quite a lot. Even myself, I was writing, like as usual. I tell these people that I do write. Here's my book. Also, I also gain from the class, irrespective of what I know. I gain a lot from classes like this. Thank you so much for taking on your time, for teaching us out of your experience. It actually shows from your teachings. I can see that you're actually teaching from you and even showing us what to do. So you talked about your Facebook handle. I'd like you to maybe later today you can share the link to me so that I'll drop it. So those who wants to go and see your Facebook handle and connect with you to learn from you, they can do that. Even your WhatsApp link, I can drop that for them. Thank you so much. So if you're asking questions, she's still very much available. So you can ask your question out loud here among the crowd. Don't be ashamed. Just ask any question here, even if you can drop it on the group. So if you want to say something, just click on allow to speak, and I will meet you. Then you ask the question that you want to ask. She has said a lot of things. I expect you guys to be writing so that you can ask questions. So who's asking? Who's the first person to go? I want to ask a question right now. Even if I know that you can drop questions on the chat box, so you can ask. So she has dropped an handle, so you guys can follow on Facebook. Everyone can follow on Facebook. So if you have questions, I don't believe no one asks questions here. So I think Abigail wants to say something. Okay, Abigail, you can go ahead. Anthony Chidera, you can go ahead. Abigail, go ahead first. Or you're just okay. Abby wants to speak. So if you are speaking, talk about your name. Tell us your name. If you're into any business already, tell us what you're into. If you want to learn anything, tell us that this is what I want to become a master in. Then you can go ahead. So those people that have unmuted, you can get started. One of you should talk. I think Abby, you can go ahead and talk first. All right. Can you guys hear me? The class was very, very brief and a lot of things were said. We learned a lot of things. So I would assume that you guys are dropping questions on the chat if you are not answering any question, or I'll just assume that everything is clear. Oh, Mrs. Sam wants to speak. So
Yeah, hello?
yeah, you can go ahead. Abby.
Hello?
Tell us your name,
Can
what
you
you're
hear me?
into. Yeah, we can hear you.
Everything is not clear. I'm trying to ask a question. I don't know if I'm being heard or not.
You are very heard.
You can
Everybody
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, okay. My name is B. I do online. I, okay. Okay, yeah. So I do some online stuff. I sell health and wellness products online. I have an Instagram page for that. I have a Facebook page for that. But I'm not able to attract buyers. I'm not able to sell anything. So she's talking about content creation. And she talked about looking for what is trending, maybe trending hashtags. So I just want to know, how does it connect? How does how can I generate content by knowing what is trending? Okay, if I know what is trending, how can I use that to create a post that will attract traffic, and then of course that will lead to sales. She just talked briefly like that, so I don't really know how does one create content? Is it like you just copy what you see that is trending and put it on your own social media page or what?
All right,
I don't know
Mary,
if
go
I've
ahead.
understood.
Yes, we got you, we got you. So I think Mary will do justice to that. So Mary, you can go ahead and respond. Yeah, Mary, are you
Okay.
there?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, just like you said, how can you use trends? How can you create content related to trends that will make you sales? Now, not all content, not all trends will make you sales, unless for trends that are directly related to what your brand is all about. Now, take for instance, if Davido buys land in Banana Island of 2 billion, it's a trend. A lot of people are talking about it. You that is selling health products, will you use it? Are you going to use it to make sales? You can talk about it, but it won't make you any significant sales, right?
Okay.
It may
Okay.
probably make sales for somebody that is it they make money online need, trying to tell you that if you had listened or taken so and so advice, you would have been maybe somewhere close to him or her, depending. But then now take for instance that okay, a so and so person died because of XYZ illness, and is a is a illness that you have a drugs that is
Okay.
capable of at least controlling or managing for 1, 2, 5, 10 years. Now you can leverage on that person's death to
Okay.
talk to people and create contents that will, because health is one thing that once you hit people's pain points, they want to buy because their life is involved. Now, that particular trend that is directly related to what your business is all about is what you can utilize and milk it very well for that very moment that is currently trending. Now, take for instance, after this woman that sang Osinachi died because of abuse, right? A lot of women started speaking up. I believe that if we have divorce lawyers in Nigeria, that they would have been in money over the past few, days, because it's a trend. Now, imagine if I was a divorce lawyer, and after this Osinachi's death, if I offer to give 50% discount to all women that are currently going through, what are they calling it, family crisis of violation from their husband, if I offer to give them 50% discount if they should hire me, you know that I will not be chanced every day from morning to Friday. And that is them leveraging, that is the person leveraging the current trend that is directly related to his or her business. I don't know if this is making sense. So I think I've answered your question.
Yes, you have. Thank you so much.
All right, all right. That was a very good one, and I didn't even think in that direction. That was very nice. So, is any other question? Any other person asking another question? You can go ahead. She's still very much around, and I think she'll just be with us till like 8:52. So I think Eddie wants to speak. So Eddie, you want to speak? Are you asking a question? You can talk out now. Are you asking a question? So yeah, Anthony, we can
Good evening, everybody.
we can hear you clear. Are you
Good
trying to
evening.
speak?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Yes. Pause.
I
Good
think your
evening.
your network is bad. Yeah, good evening. If you're using an earphone, you can take it off. Probably your earphone is causing obstruction.
Yeah. Where's my distance? Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, if I can hear you, everyone can hear you.
Please. My question is on how to drive traffic to your WhatsApp. Like, I'm an affiliate marketer and I've been finding it so difficult to get traffic to my WhatsApp because mostly the people on my WhatsApp are students. And anytime I introduce my product to them, they do say they don't have money. So now I'm thinking of ways to drive traffic to my WhatsApp, and it's not forthcoming. I don't know if there is any idea anybody can give to me. I'd really appreciate. Thank you.
All right. I don't know. Maybe do you have an answer to that?
I'm going to try as much as possible to answer him a little because
All right.
I'm not his organ that ate the affiliate commission. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
first of all, Anthony, which affiliate sites are you registered with?
Right, Anthony, you respond to that. Let's say it can either be, if you can hear me, it can either be Lenoflix or his partner. So you can just give him
Greg,
the recommendation. His partner, right?
yes.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay. So thank you for that answer. Now I asked this question for a reason. Most of my friends that probably must have heard of Partner through some of their I've forgotten what they call their top affiliates who showcase some extravagant lifestyles on their WhatsApp status and all of that. Probably from what they are seeing, the travels and tours and all of that, you know, come to me asking me if Espana is a good business to join. Now, the first advice I give to them is two things. The people on your contact list, can they afford 60K? If your answer to this question is a no, then I don't think you have any business. Okay, yes, one is the people on your contact list, are they able to afford 60K? Answer no. Okay, do you have money to spend on advertising? Answer again no. Okay, so even if you
Okay.
have money to spend on advertising, do you have a laptop or do you know how to use your phone to run ads? Answer again no. Okay, how do you now intend to make money from this business when you know that one, you don't have the right audience, you don't have the skill to advertise, and also you don't, for people who will tell me they don't have money to spend on advertising, you don't also have money to spend on advertising, and you are telling me you want to join a partner of 60K. How do you intend to make your money back? No way. You have to struggle, and at some point you get tired. I have some of my classmates in school who registered, and till today they have not made any single sales. It's not like Partner is not paying people, it's paying people, but the thing is, is the audience people who can afford it. Now, I'm not trying to kill your morale about it, but what I'm trying to say is that there are other affiliate marketing sites that requires almost 0 naira to get started. We have what's the name of, I think, Sabi Mentors. Sabi Mentors is free to register, and it also has better free courses, as in not free courses, cheaper courses that students can option into. They have courses of 4-5 for graphic design. They have courses of 7K for social media marketing. They have crypto courses of 10 to 15K. These are prices that students can easily afford. Now, if it's students that are on your list and you're advertising a course of 4 to 5K, 7K, 10K, they can easily save up and buy these courses. Remember, you do not pay anything to sign up. Your only duty now is to look for the audience, which is where I made mention of look for your target audience. Look for groups where students are. Start making posts relating to make money online. They will follow you on your account. They will follow you. You can also use the same strategy for your partner business. Look for groups where adults that are looking for ways to make money. It can be graduates group. It can be whatever. Anyway, that people who are interested in making money are gathered. Look for such groups on Facebook. Look for influencers that always talk about making money. Follow them. When they make reasonable posts, drop comments that want to check out what you do. You can add people to your profile, and from your profile you can lead them to your WhatsApp depending on you. But if you must drive traffic to your WhatsApp, without having to do all these things. They need to have money to spend on paid advertising. But in a situation whereby you don't have money to spend on paid advertising, then you utilize affiliate sites that can offer you cheaper courses and are free to and that are free to register with, right? I already made mention of some, so I don't know. I'm going to stop here. I believe I did a little justice to your question towards the end, but I had to say some of the things I said for others who are also looking to join other expert. It's not like it's not a good place to be. It is a perfectly good place to be. You make a lot of money from there, but then if you know that the audience you have can't afford such amount of money for registration fees, why go there? Go with the ones that your audience can afford. So that is it. I believe
All
I did
right, all right.
justice to your question, Anthony.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Mary.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mary, you have you said you made some very nice points. So, but I believe that probably Anthony is a new buy. I'm also an affiliate marketer, but I'm an affiliate marketer with Lenoflix, and there's a way to that's your question. You know, in business, any form of business, the affiliate marketing system is a business. So in any form of business that you're doing, the affiliate marketing part, because like in Lenoflix, there is the affiliate marketing part, and there is the skill aspect where you learn high income skills, and those are some of the skills that I've learned. So if you are in the mindset of you just join, you want to make money, you may not you may not be making that money immediately. You have to focus on the skill. So I know some friends who are in Espadne. Those who are doing well, they focus on the skill of driving traffic. So most of them they drive traffic through paid advertising. So if you want to do organic means you are not paying advertising. Then you need to have something to offer. You need to have, maybe you have learned one of those skills in in your system. You can use that to drive traffic. Probably you are good in copywriting. You can put up a flyer that you want to teach people on copywriting, and when people come, you actually teach them. And later, when they get to know you, they trust you, they like you, then you can pitch affiliate marketing business to them and pitch it to them, and some of them can then get in. And in affiliate marketing system, like a little you shouldn't just just be focused on the affiliate business alone. You should also be focused on getting value into yourself so that you can offer solutions to people. So that probably like in Lenoflix affiliate program, whereby they teach 14 skills like I'm just giving an example because what I know that's what I used to give you an example. Whereby they teach 14 skills like web design, social media marketing, sales funnel creation, graphic design. Some of those skills I've gone to download them, I've gone to learn them, I'm going to be learning. Like I can do website very, very well. Now I can do sales funnel very, very well. Design some of them on my smartphone, on my laptop, and I offer them as services to people. So some of those persons that I offer it as services, some of them may even want to know how did you get to learn this stuff? How do you get to know? And they are now attracted to you. So she's also made mention of optimizing your profile. If you know your profile is not optimized on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, try to get your profile optimized. Get it optimized. So optimizing means put up good pictures there. Put up good pictures. Preferably, I always prefer. I don't settle for less. I've gone past that level whereby I want to do what I want to do excellent. And those people I want to train, I want to tell them that it is possible to follow an excellent path, although you can start where you are. But if you are like she talked about following mentors, what I see my mentors do, that's what I just implement. So what you can do is if you optimize your profile very well and you are engaged in content creation, and you have at least one of those skills that you have mastered, not that you don't know anything, you just want to make sale. No way. You will not make any sale. You will not make sales. Except you have money for paid. Even if you have money for paid advertising, the traffic that you see drive to you, do you have the copywriting skill to make them understand that affiliate marketing pays, to make them understand the value in your affiliate marketing? that they can pay you money, because people have to understand the perceived value that you are giving. If they understand it, then they can give you their money and say, okay, please, I want to learn this thing. I want to go into this affiliate marketing business. That's how it is. Affiliate marketing, I do affiliate marketing. It's a very, very good business. Even today is Friday, today is payday. Some of us who do well today, they have received alerts, so and we are happy. So that's how it is. I believe you got some points from what I'm saying. I'm not in I'm not in a partner, but you can, from the group chat, you can reach out to me. Maybe some of all these strategies, I'll share it for you personally. I'll share it for you personally, because with my own affiliate system, they teach us, they've taught us on how to make sales, even to the extent of creating our own product. I have my own product. I have my own product. Probably, as Mary has said, it probably I'll go and list my own product on that Sabi stuff that you said. So I'll reach out to you. I believe I've answered your question. So I'll just like take the last question here before we do just the last question, because I want to teach. I don't know if I've answered you, Antonio. So Eddie, you are saying something here.
Yeah,
Eddie,
things like the class too. When I joined the class, we were talking about some sites where you can get information. You talk more about the purpose of site, and then you can answer those questions. Right? You can use that as a tool to, like say, to help yourself in advertising or your content creation. So I'm trying to ask two sites where you can get more information from. Be able to talk about different topics, understand daily. You can use that for content creation too.
I don't know. Mary Cynthia, did you get the question?
Yeah, can you please, Kelvin, if you had, can you give me a recap?
Well, I think what he was trying to say, he said when you were talking at the beginning of the class, he mentioned some sites or where uh, they can get ideas of content to post. That you should just give a recap on those sites
Yeah,
again, that they
I,
can get
I
ideas.
actually did not really give sites. I just mentioned of some ways. I said new sites related to your blog, your niche, trends, blog sites. You can go on social media on Google, type in um XYZ blogs, or just type blogs, digital marketing blogs, real estate blogs, From there you can get content ideas. And the last one I made mention on was social media. I said from social media, follow top people in your industry, and from there you get content ideas. That is by reading their posts, using the spy strategy to, imitate their innovation. So that is it.
All right, all right. I believe
Okay,
your
thank
question has
you.
been answered. So
Yes.
that'll be the last question. That'll be the last question. Thank you so much, Mary Cynthia, for this class. I appreciate. So thank you for coming. If you have any question, you can drop it on the chat box. And Mary Cynthia, please, you can drop your WhatsApp link so that those who want to connect with you just quickly click on the link and connect with you immediately after you've gone from this chat. So I think this is the last person, but Onye wants to say something, Madam. Onye wants to say something. Are you saying anything, ma? So, but you can drop it on the chat box. So let me just quickly do a recap of. So I'll quickly. Madam Onye, are you saying anything? Hello, ma.
Kevin, right on. You are doing a good job.
All right.
Yeah, I've been listening to the class. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right on.
All right, ma. All right, ma. Thanks so much, ma. So all right. From what she said, I jot down some things. She emphasized on content creation. Before we move over to the next class that we are having today, she emphasized on content creations and the different forms of content. Now, take note. Even myself, there is nobody that is doing well on the online space that do not understand content creation. Content creation is very, very, very important. After copywriting, if you understand copywriting, how do you pass your message out there? How do you pass your brand out? How do you communicate your brand out there? It's through content, and you have to be very serious in understanding content creation. So that's why in my own personal course, my graphic design course, I also teach on content creation, how you can send out your content. Even affiliate marketing, there. I create content also for my affiliate marketing business. So talking about, there are different forms of content. I think I got that. She talked about you could do video, graphics is a form of content. Text is there. You can do text to pass out content on your WhatsApp status. You can do text, but what you just need to be doing to make your content to be much more valuable is to have a mix of everything. If you can do a video of yourself, recently I started doing video of myself talking even online and coming up like this. I find out that it's even more engaging. People resonate with video better. So if you're that type, just you don't have to be an expert in it. Just be on the camera, learn a little bit on how to edit. So I think I have one free video on how to edit. If you want to know how to edit, I can just send you. There's a very simple way, because I know how to do a lot of simple things on my smartphone. So you can then create content. You can then create content like that, either in video. Have a mix of them. Then she also talked about ideas for content. I'll be dropping some ideas now. There are some that I use personally. So I'll drop, if you are writing, you write them. There are some ideas for content generation. First of all, you need to be talking about your brand. So sometimes you talk about your brand, you talk about your business, you talk about the value in your business. Now, if you have new arrivals, like you're selling a physical product, you have new arrivals, that's the content to talk about. You can use a video to say, oh, I have these new arrivals, this just came. Then if you collect testimonials, talk about it. Those are content. Now, you can even talk about inspirational posts, inspirational quotes. It can be part of just your content system, your content calendar, and you're just saying, okay, I'm posting something inspirational on Monday, I'm posting something inspirational on Wednesday, I'm posting. So don't allow your content to be boring. So all these things I just said, you can take note of them. If you don't, you can take note of them, and you'll see that you'll have a list of content to talk about. So for those who do not have any business yet, you could get started. This training is actually to inspire some persons to get started with something. There are so many opportunities that you can start, so many digital skills that you can learn, leverage on, and then you could start making money online. But first of all, is very importantly is the skill. So she talked about trends. Trends is very, very important. That lady that said that she died of Sinachi, I posted it on my status today. I just talked about it. It's very, very important. Like, that's a trend that people are resonating with. You talk about it. Like, there was a time Facebook was down. Like Facebook and WhatsApp. When it came back, it was a trend. Did you talk about it? It's just your status should not just be you're selling every day. No. And the spy strategy that you talk about, I use it very well. Spy strategy. There are some persons I go to their status, even myself, to look at what they are doing, watch and understand, learn from it. If I see something that I know is valuable to me, that they are putting a price at it, I buy it and learn. So if you see things like that, go for it. Don't look at the money. Buy it and learn from there. If I see it on their status, if there's nothing for me to buy, I just learn, and sometimes you just implement. There are some days where to be as if there are no ideas of what to post. Very simple. Just go to look at people's status. In fact, people who are posting what things that are related to your niche, or not any kind of post, because there are some persons they just waste their data online. That's how it is. While some other people, they convert their data, they are able to attract money, attract wealth. So very, 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 very important. So like she talked about creating offers, that as if you are doing any business, ensure that you have offers. So have offers. If you have learned a skill and you have mastered it very well, you can then start teaching people this skill. You create offers. Either you are like, there are different kind of offers that you can create to make money. So those persons, they will be happy there are some persons, they are happy that yes, this thing came in their way. Unknowingly to them, they are happy that this offer came in their way, and now they've learned it. Like some of the students who have gotten into my courses in the past, even those who have joined us in the affiliate marketing business, they're already happy that this opportunity. If I did not show up to say okay, that this is okay, this is okay, they would not be aware. So very, very important. So, and one thing you should know, um, content creation in general, your content should be educative. You can take it down. Your content should be educative. Your content should also inspire people. Your content should inform. Your content should inform, and lastly, your content should entertain. So those four things I just said: educative, entertaining, should also inform, and should also inspire. So whatever content you are putting on out there should be within these boundaries. So I believe that we have ended content creation for today. So I'll be teaching today. We'll go into my. I'll be brief because my class is going to be both theory and practical. So I'm still sharing my screen right now. I'll move over to. I have a slide. Let me look for the slide now to teach. Okay, let me get the slide. So can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, those who can see my screen. Okay. All right. I don't know if this slide is upside down. Is this slide upside down? Or you can see it clearly where you are. It is straight where you are.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, it's okay. Okay. Now, I've not really talked about myself, but I'll just be brief. So this is me, Kelvin. I can call myself a content creator, brand strategist, web developer, data skill coach, and I'm passionate about helping entrepreneur-minded people achieve their goals by creating valuable products or services that generate income. These are my core values. You can go and generate your own core values, but you can even take some here and add to your own. My very core value is integrity. If you want to do well online, you have to be of integrity. Let somebody can transfer 50K to you, and the person will trust that you deliver, or transfer 100K, the person will trust that you deliver. That's how you gain trust for people, and you have to be consistent too. I'm trying my best to be very consistent. So if you get started, consistency is part of it. You have to be dependable too. So these are the core values that I have, and you have to be very optimistic, very, very optimistic. Don't give in, even if it's as if things are not working out. Like that guy that was talking about affiliate marketing, I know you have been trying a lot of things, or whichever. Be optimistic, and if you stay long enough, you begin to get success in it. So that's just me. So this was just a picture of before and after. So moving ahead. So sometimes I create quotes like this. These are my content. True success is in making others successful, passing out my own core values out there. So create content. So this is one. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. The internet made a lot of things easy. Just follow those that are already successful. Very, very important. This one content. Don't try to reinvent everything by yourself. You are thinking, just follow those that are already successful. These are some of my clients, what they are saying about me, and some of my friends, what they are saying. This guy is saying today I can call myself a graphic designer because of the courses I took on graphic design made by Coach Kelvin. So that's that. This is another person I work with as a freelancer in his business. He's also a brand consultant. So we'll be talking about graphic design, not to waste your time talking about graphic design before we go into the practical section. I guess you guys can see my screen, right? Can you see my screen? Can you see
Oh,
my
yes.
screen?
It's
All
very
right,
clear.
all right. Yes, yes. What is graphic design? So there are several definitions of graphic design, but I have a very simple definition. I like simplicity. I like things that are simple. Probably I don't know, that has always given me my results. So you don't have to be too complicated in order to pass your message. And I believe if you are not complicated, people will understand you better. So graphics can simply be defined as a visual communication of an idea. That is, you are communicating any form of idea visually. So there are, although I know that video is also a visual communication, but graphic is part of it. So in general, it's a visual communication of an idea. That's what graphic design. So we'll be talking about examples of graphic design. There are some examples of graphic design. You really need to know that there are some examples of graphic design. So so from now on, you'll be taking note of this example. When you begin to see these examples, you'll be taking note of them. So number one is product design. These are designs that are made during the conception stage of a product. Like when you are any product that you want to create, the conception stage of it, when they're starting, like you see, there was a product that been trending. It is owned by one billionaire in the country. This Odogu bitters. I don't know if you guys have heard that product. So during conception, they started the design, and one of my friends was among the people who branded their social media pages, and so they created the content during the conception stage. So there are different type of product designs. We have the packaging design, marketing design, product illustrations, and prototypes. So very, very important. So the other type of graphic design is brand design. Brand design is very, very important. So design that are related to a particular brand. Yesterday you guys learned about branding, so you should know that there is what they call brand design. If you have a business, things like the brand color will be coming to play, the logo will be coming to play, website branding, complimentary card, letterhead. Those are part of a business or a business brand. Every business is a brand. Every human is a brand. So myself, I have my own brand. If you notice that the colors I've been using so far, they are just around this yellow and this blue. If you notice, so this is more like my brand color. This is more like my brand color, though I can use other color. So this is more like my brand color. So probably after today, you guys can choose a brand color. I think I have one tutorial on that, on how to select a very good brand color. I'll look for it and send. So those of you who want it, I'll look for it and send to you. So the next one is marketing and advertising design. Just know that these designs, they exist. So marketing and advertising design is to advertise your business. In fact, this is needed. If you are a graphic design, you get to master the skill of graphic design. You know that marketing and advertising design is really needed. A lot of people, they need it. In fact, those of us who are already in the skill of graphic design will make a lot of money from the marketing and advertising design. So much. So the next one is you can see here, I have a question here. This is the sales funnel process. If you have a business, don't pull out any kind of graphics. Ensure it's something okay, fine. Now look at this sales funnel. I want to increase it. So that you can see it. Now, this sales funnel process, sales funnel strategy, there's awareness, there's interest, there's desire, there's action. So I'd like to know, can anybody answer me now? Which of these stages do you think graphic design will be most likely used? Is it going to be used during the awareness, interest, desire, or action? Which of them? Can anybody answer me?
Awareness.
Okay, fine. Awareness, that's great. So you should know as a graphic designer that what you're doing is to create awareness, and you must create something that's excellent to put out there. And if you want to create something that's excellent, you need to learn it and learn it well. So let me reduce this and we're going on. So these are some designs that I've made. These are some designs that I've made so far. So, and we are moving on. Now there are two main concepts. We'll soon round up with this, then you get the practicals to practice. And sure, if I give you practicals, please practice. So two main concepts you must know about graphic design. Two main concepts. Number one is graphic design elements. and graphic design principles. If you understand this concept, very well, design will be very easy, because anything you are doing, any skill that you have, there's a process to it. So there are some concepts that you need to understand in graphic design. These are the two concepts that you need to understand. In building a house, there are some concepts that you need to understand before you build a house if you are a builder. So this is graphic design. These two main concepts is very, very important. You could make more research on them, but I'm going to teach you as much as I can, and I believe that you get it. Everyone I've taught so far, they usually get it. They usually understand it. So I'm very confident that you understand it too. So the elements of graphic design, they are line, shape, color, size, texture. These are the 5 most important ones, although there are more elements. If you go online, there are more elements. There are a lot of things, but basically the 5 elements, they are line, shape, color, size, texture. So look at this design. So look at this design. I guess you can see this design, right? Can you guys see the design? Can you guys see this design?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit scattered, right? It's a bit scattered. Now, I just want to show you that it is this element that we just looked at. It's this element that we formed together to get that design. Are you getting me? It is the elements. You can see the elements that are playing around. There is shape around. There is a line around, and some other things around. Even color is there. Even size, you can see from content to profit, you can see it's there also. They are just playing around. So let's talk about line. What is line used for? If you understand the theoretical aspect of graphic design, you're able to make any form of design. You're able to create any form of design and create it very well, and you start well. Don't worry, when I give you some work to do, if you do them properly, you'll be able to create something nice. So talking about lines, it is used to divide section. That's what line is used for. Basically, it is used to show direction. Now, some of all these things that I hear, if you go on Google, you may not see them. You may see something more sophisticated. Like I told you, I try as much as possible to break down what I teach based on my experience and based on how I know it will work for you, and it will work for you. It will work for you because it's working for me also. So it's used to divide section, used to show direction. It can be combined to form texture. That's what line is for. So talking about shape, it can be used to house a picture. Like you can see my picture down here. There's a shape. I'm inside the shape now. That's what one thing you need to know. So shape can be used to house a picture. In most designs, shapes are used to house a picture. It can be used to divide sections, like to divide 2 sections, up, down, side. It can be used as a sub background. Shape can be used as a background, like the color of a shape can be used as a background. And there are different types of shape. Time may not permit us to go deep, but I'll just tell you there are different types of shape. There are regular shapes, there are irregular shape. They are irregular shape. They don't have definite sides for irregular shapes. So they are organic shapes, the shapes that you create by yourself. There are some shapes that you are the one that created it by yourself. So talking about color is a very, very important concept. Very, very important concept in designing. You need to know how to combine colors like bread and butter. It is used to give beauty to a design. Now, for beginners, this is what I'll tell you. If you're a beginner, in fact, there's what they call the theory of color. It's on its own. The theory of color is on its own. So, but you'll get to know more about that. But if you're a beginner, you should combine. You should not use more than 2 colors in your design. Even till today, I don't use more than 2 colors in my design. Once I have maybe a white background, I have blue and yellow, I just combine them and I do my color combination. I just want to show you a bit of color combination here, how you combine color, how you choose color. Let me just give you that. Now you can see this circle here is called the color wheel. Now, the colors that are opposite in the color wheel can combine perfectly. The colors that are opposite in the color wheel can combine perfectly. So somebody can be choosing a brown color here now. like yellow and blue violet, yellow orange and blue violet. They can combine perfectly. They can combine perfectly. This is the color. You can go and type it on Google, color wheel, and just maybe this combination can combine. So you can use it to create your design. Blue and orange can also combine. Blue and yellow, because they are fairly opposite. Blue and yellow, because they are fairly opposite to each other, they can combine properly. So in terms of color, there are different types. We have the primary color, analogous color, secondary color, complementary color, intermediate color, split color, shade color. So these are, I just gave you one tip on color combination. You can see that majority of my designs, I use blue and yellow. I use blue and orange. So it depends. So just know that if you type the colorway, you have this, or you take a screenshot of this, the color that are opposite each other, they are very good for combination. So that's that. So now size in design is very, very important. Size in design is very, very important. Like some things, the things that are most likely important, that are more important in design, you make it bigger. Like probably the picture, talking about if you are designing a flyer, the picture of the main character of that flyer, you can make it bigger. So texture is basically used for backgrounds of designs. For instance, let me quickly show you that design now. You can see this design here. Can you guys see the design? Can you see this design? Can you see this design? Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
We can see it.
All right. Texture, use of texture. This background here
Can't
is
see
not just
anything.
plain. You cannot see anything.
Okay, a picture just appeared now.
All right. Don't
A
worry.
picture.
It's the delay. The delay is from your
Before
network. The
before
delay is
then
from
it
your
was
network.
blurred. Okay.
All right. Now talking about this design, I was talking about texture just now. You can see the white background there. You can see the white background. There are some dots, texture there. It is called quality. Texture means quality. So most times when you are designing, you tend to maybe download a texture background. That's a keyword that you can type on Google. Texture white background. You want to use it to make your designs for you to come out better. You don't just use a plain white background like that. So if you use texture background, majorly texture is used for background. There are other uses of texture, but majorly texture is used for background. If you have that knowledge that, for any background, I'm not just using a plain background, I'm going to get a texture background for it, or put something on the background, it's very, very, very important to texture. You can see, if you see this principle of design flyer here, there is something at the back. You can see there's something at the back. You can see this flyer. There is something at the back. So that's a form of texture that you have created. I should have just made it blue, but I had to put something at the back. I had to put create a transparency. It makes it better. It makes it look matured. So I guess you got that. So that's element of design, explaining how to use the element of design. In the assignment I'm going to give you guys, you will see where all these elements are being applied. I'll be referring to them as I'm designing. So the principles of design. Are you guys still with me? Can somebody just
Yes.
yeah, we'll be rounding up very soon. So we're in the principles of design. Now, those elements, let me go back to that design. Those elements, let me go back to that design. I love using this illustration because everything here is a bit scattered. Now, you already have the elements, you know what to put in your design and everything. How do you arrange them? How do you arrange them for it to come out wow, for it to look beautiful, for it to look okay? Somebody will sit and say, wow, this design is fine. I love this design. How do you get to put it together? That's where the principle comes to play. That's where the principles come to play. So the important ones I want you to know, there are more. There is alignment. You have to align your elements, balancing, contrast, hierarchy, spacing, proximity. So proximity is an English word. It means closeness. So I'll try as much as possible to explain what they mean. So talking about alignment, you arrange your text. This is one design I did. So it's talking about the flow of your design. It can either be left, center, or right. So I would like to know, somebody should just tell me, I help entrepreneurs increase their sales with proven strategies. What alignment is that? Is it left, is it center, or right? Did you get me? Did you get me clear? Hello?
Please, I
Can you
didn't
guys
get
hear
your
me?
question. I don't understand what you're trying.
Okay, fine. Can you see what's on my screen?
Yes.
I can see it.
All right. Yes, now you can see what's on my screen. The question, what I want to do is that I have a question. I said, I'm talking about alignment. I said, alignment means it is the flow of the elements of your design. That's what is the flow. So the text element here, I help entrepreneurs increase their sales. The flow can either be their left, center, or right. So I help entrepreneurs increase their sales with proven strategy. Is the alignment left? Is it center or right? That's the
Center.
question.
It
Is
should,
this part of
Hello?
should be
content
center.
creation?
Okay, you just said
So,
the
Kelvin,
center.
content creation is a different topic entirely.
In content creation,
Yes, this part of content creation, but I don't
this
know.
is a different
It's
topic
a
entirely.
different topic.
This graphic design.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, this graphic design. So don't worry, you get the replay and you understand better. But you just said center. I need another answer. I need another answer. Is somebody else answering me?
It left alignment, and that's the
Yeah, left
robot.
alignment. Okay. I think what's correct is left alignment. Coming. Okay, now the alignment is actually left alignment. The alignment to the left. That's what's correct, not center alignment. I'm talking about I help entrepreneurs increase their sales with proven strategies, convert their prospects. So that's that. So let's talk about balancing. Now, pay attention to those formats at the left. So, and then look at the image on the right. Look at the image on the right. So your design have to be balanced like this, like such that when you use your eye to divide the design into two, the elements that are on the left, they are equal to the elements that are on the right. When you divide it from passing through the center, like not from the top now, not horizontal. When you divide it going through, not vertical. When you divide it through horizontal at the middle, the element at the top will be equal to the element at the bottom. So that's balancing. Your design has to be balanced. The flow of your design have to be balanced. So that's that's one thing that you need to take note of. Balancing is part of the principle of design that you need to take note of. If something is not balanced, you will find out that the design has some issues. I don't know if I have an example. Can you guys see my screen? Can you still see my screen?
Yes, we can. Right.
Okay, I just want to give one example of one design right now that is not very balanced. If I can get an example. So I'm trying to get an example. So don't worry, I'll see the example. It should be close. Close. Okay. I should be on my drive. Okay. So let me show you something like look at this design. Can you see this design? Can you see this design? Can you guys see this design?
Yes.
Okay, you can see this design. Now, if you try to divide the design into two, like you run an horizontal line, a vertical line from the top at the middle, you'll find out that the element at the left is not equal to the element at the right. Do you understand? That's what balancing is talking about. So it means that this class revealed 7 skills that can make you millions this year should have been at the middle. If you had put it at the middle, the design will be balanced. Are you getting me? The color combination of this design is very okay, and every other thing is okay, but it's just that there's a bit of there's the design balancing, like balancing. But it's okay. That's just to show you an example of what a balanced design is and a design that is not balanced is. Now, contrast. Contrast is very, very important. Contrast is also a principle you need to take note of. You can see bad choice of color, good choice. So contrast is just a difference in you can see the difference in the light of a color, or just like the red for this brand upgrade academy. It's the red. It has good contrast with the white background. So take note of contrast when you are designing. Take note of contrast. In fact, when you see it, you know that this stuff is dull. It's dull. It's not coming out well. So you have to use a That's why how to combine color. It's very, very important. Like looking at the color with opposite color in that color, opposite colors that are complementary. They have good contrast. So contrast is very, very important. You take note of contrast when you are designing. Take note of contrast. Like you can see my name here, brand business and content coach. Now, there's contrast between my name and that rectangle I put at the back. Assuming I use yellow for the background of where my name is, it will not show very well. It will have a very bad contrast. So contrast is very, very important. You need to take note of contrast. So let's see. I think we're almost done. Wow, this is the last here. Okay, there's hierarchy. Can you see this hierarchy? Can you see that? Can you guys still see hierarchy? Can you see hierarchy? Hello, are you guys still with me?
Yes, we're with you.
All right, I want to be sure. Please just respond. So hierarchy is very, very important. If you respond, I'll be sure that you are following. That's how to teach. If you are teaching, ensure that the people you are teaching, they are following you. Very, very important. Especially online. If it's offline, you can see the person's face to face. Especially online, you should ensure that they are seeing you. So it's simply arranging your elements in a flow. Most important, the large ones. The most important is large. It's larger than the ones that are less important. I think there's a slight grammatical error there, but just know that hierarchy, it's arranging your elements such that the most important are big, while the others, they are small in a flow. For instance, I help entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs they are the main people you are talking to. So you have to make that big. Do you understand? That's hierarchy there. Then the other things, increase their sales with proven strategies. They have to be small. So this is a very good example of how to implement hierarchy in your design. Then I think the last one we have here is spacing. Spacing is very, very important. You don't cluster things in your design. It don't come out very well. This is an example of a design that spacing was applied. So spacing is important. You can see Brand Upgrade Academy for personal and business brand. They are together up. Then there is a space before I then wrote Our passion is helping entrepreneurial-minded people achieve their goals by creating valuable products and services that generate income. That one is on its own. Then there's also a space before core values, and there's a space before the call to action there for any inquiries you can contact. So very, very important that spacing is very, very important that you do spacing in your design. There ought to be space between what you're writing, and the space has to be even. What I mean even, the space between Round Upgrade Academy and our passion is almost equal to the distance between that our passion about helping entrepreneurial-minded people and core values. So it's very, very important that your spacing of your element, there is space. It will help the reader to understand it and understand the most important things. When you come to this design and the very first thing you see is Brand Upgrade Academy before you start seeing the other things, if there is no space, the person will not be able to, you will not even appreciate design. You just know that something is actually wrong with this design or something is wrong with it, especially if you're a designer. If you're not a designer or you have not started learning graphic design or you have not mastered the skill, you would not even know anything happened. You'll just be there. Anything that you see, you accept it like that. So it's very, very important that you understand the elements and the principles of graphic design. So with this, you can make more research on it. Why? I'll come back to the chat box now. I'll come back to Telegram, and then we can you can then ask questions. So I'm back. So guys, it's time for questions. We are done. I'll drop a link to the tutorials very, very soon. I'll drop a link to the tutorials so that you guys can get the tutorials and practice and get back to me. All the apps that you need will be mentioned in tutorials. Basically, you need Pixel app to design on your smartphone. And Canva. I also teach on PC design, but basically I do more designs on my smartphone because it's easy. If you understand the principle of design, understand how design is, you would not even need to get a laptop to design. But for laptop design is cool. I can design with my laptop. You can also get to learn that. So if you have any question, you can ask me. We're rounding up right now, and then I'll drop the tutorials for us to in the WhatsApp group and also in the Telegram group. So if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask. We're rounding up right now. So who is asking me question? We just have till 9:45 to answer your question because by 10 o'clock I'll be going off. I'll be busy with some other things. Is anyone asking a question? Okay, I much want to speak. All right, go ahead and speak. If you are talking to me. All right, we just have 2 minutes. If there's nobody answering questions, I believe that you got all I said clearly. So anybody who wants to speak,
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for the lecture. Please, I think I had a network problem. I don't understand hierarchy very well. Can you hear me, sir?
Right. Yes, I can hear you. Let me just quickly explain what it means, what hierarchy is. It's just hierarchy. It's a function of size. So what it explains is that the things that are more important is more like step by step. The things that are bigger, you put it first. Then the other things that are less important, you arrange it at the bottom. There is a flow. It's just like hierarchy can be used to explain administration, even maybe administration in any form of organization. You have the board of directors, you have the workers, you have the managers, like that. So it's something it's likened to that, and that is just an analogy that I'm using to explain this. So the more important ones, the most important ones, you make it bigger, while the other ones you just write it small in your design. That's what hierarchy is about. So that's just a
Okay,
way to
sir.
explain. That's the simplest way to explain it. So when you are doing designs, when you start practical designs, you understand better. So is there any other question? I think, is
Thank
there
you,
any
sir.
other question? All right, all right. So I'll be
Thank you,
taking the
sir.
last
Remain blessed.
question. If you have any other thing, you can drop it on the chat box. If you have questions, you can drop it in the chat box. Why I send you the practicals for the class. So nevertheless, yes, it's 9:45. I'm not taking any question. So those of you who stayed this time, I want to congratulate you because it is true that it's not everybody that will learn. Some of them they went off probably because of network issues. So I believe that you learned a lot from today's class. So today was 2 in 1. I had to take the graphic class because it's one of the skills that is on our flyer for you to learn and become master of. So tomorrow is another class, and tomorrow it will be ending. So we are more like we are celebrating tomorrow, and they are going to be learning a lot also tomorrow. I will have one of my friends come teach you about video creation, and you guys will learn how to create videos. Also tomorrow it's going to be the same sections like the the theoretical section, which is very important, and the practical section. Majority of us, those people who are doing well, they understand theory before the practical. You have to understand theory before you can do the practical very well. Like some of you who may have been following my status, or even the coach was talking yesterday that I play piano, keyboard. Yes, I understand theory before I could play it properly. So if you don't understand theory, you'll not be able to play it, you'll not be able to do it properly. And for those who are business people, you can still have idea. Like myself, I have idea on so many things. I have idea on so many things because I just gave myself to learning, so I have idea on so many things. So you can have idea so that if somebody is doing a bad design for you, you will know that, oh, this is supposed to be. There's no hierarchy in this design. But don't complain too much, please. Don't complain too much like that. Some people they like complaining, and they themselves they cannot do it. So don't complain too much. But just you know what you want. It's very important that you know what you want. So we'll be ending right here while we continue the chat. I would like you to drop a review of some of the things that you learned in this class. Just drop a review of what you learned. Just say something, text. You can talk on the WhatsApp chat. While I'll follow you up by dropping the theory, and I'll tell you what to do further on. And all you need to download and everything is inside the course. So you guys drop that. I really want to get that review. Tomorrow is another class. You'll be learning about affiliate marketing. Those of you who want to know about affiliate marketing, we'll learn about it tomorrow and the video creation. So you can still go ahead and invite your friends. Every class is refreshing because every class you learn a new thing. So it's not that somebody is saying, I've missed day one, I've missed this. You're not missing anything. If it's just this one skill that you get to learn, believe me, you will do very well. If it's a skill of content creation, I know people who do very well with content creation. They are making money they are making millions every month. Some they go to the extent of starting up an agency, starting up their own business just on content creation, and they can work from home and make money from home. So the chat is ending now. We're ending this class now. I don't know if anybody will have something to say. Just one person I want to give the opportunity. If you want to say something, you can say it right now. So countdown 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, sir.
All right.
Actually, I want to appreciate you for this class. I just want to say thank you, a big thank you. I've actually this flyer design of a thing. For a long time, I've been longing to learn it. And one of my friends was putting me through, but he never really did explain it as this way. Though he sent me the Pixel Lab, but I've never done anything. The app is just in my phone. I've never done anything, but at least with this, I'll be expecting the assignment so I could make some practice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much. So I'll drop the tutorials like I promised. I'll drop them. So there are a lot of things that you can you can learn. So for everything I've said, like that I want to give, you can reach out to me. Maybe that's how to edit a video. I think I have one tutorial on it. So those of you who want to go into doing video, before you post your video, you can before you post it, you can. It's always good to edit it because at times when you're making videos, it's hard. Like you make some mistake, you have to redo it again. Sometimes you have to edit, cut some things off, and nobody will know that you edited it. Some of those videos that you see me drop, even on my status, my personal videos, I used to edit them on my phone. So I'll do that. So we can drop off the chat now while you're expecting you're expecting the tutorials. But just say something on the chat box, whatever you learned. Don't just say thank you like usual. Type something. I know you gained value. Type something. All right. Thank you so much, guys. On Telegram and on WhatsApp. See you. I'm off.
Thank you.